Today on GS Solutions, I'm just be going over a little IFAK setup here. I like running a fanny pack first off because it allows me to take this with whatever I'm running. I can just attach those on my belt. It's not fixed to my gun belt in any way. I can just take this with me. If you're in an option that you can kind of throw in a backpack, throw in the car, take the range with you in a gun bag, this is definitely a good option. This is what I enjoy using. So it's kind of the reasons behind why I'm running it in a fanny pack like this. And I mean, use whatever fanny pack you have. I just picked this one up for cheap. It's kind of what I've been using. Liked it. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So starting on top right here, I just have a little cat tourniquet. It's rubber banded on. Reason for that is in the case that I do need these rubber bands, they're going to retain when it's on here, and if I need it, I can just rip through those, pull it right off the front there. Easily accessible, both hands when I'm running it front, or you can also slide this around your belt to the back and grab it that way. Right below that, I just have a little Sharpie for marking the time there on it. This one isn't set up right now, but a good way is you can kind of prep your tourniquet just by folding it different ways. I mean, everybody kind of has their own way to do it, but you can just kind of prep it that way. You can just pull it open and slide it on the limb, making it for easy one-hand application if needed. So definitely kind of change how you folded. Up here, this is usually closed, like mine open, because again, if you're using it, if you really need to get down and use tourniquet, it can get difficult to kind of use that sometimes. So this allows you to have it prepped and ready, and you can even just kind of put it on here, run a little fold over like that, just making it easier to pull that over, get that locked in for you. So yeah, tourniquet, Sharpie. Moving on to the front here. The front, I just have a little pair of gloves. I mean, if you're in a spot where you have time to go ahead and throw on some gloves, do it. But in a lot of times, when you're going to use an IFAK, it's going to be for something pretty serious and pretty on a time constraint. I'll just say that. So again, if you can use them, use them. If not, I mean, at least I have them there if need be. Also, just in the front, I just have some little band-aids, some antiseptic wipes. Reason being is I usually just have this with me, so any cuts, scrapes, little boo-boos, you can just go ahead and pull that out, use those, and restock as needed. So moving into the main IFAK itself, I just kind of added some little 550 cord on top of this. Makes it easier. We can just kind of rip it out. Got something to hold on to. Also, on this, I added just a little carabiner on it. Now you can go ahead and just like toss it onto your belt. If you're moving with it, keeps you from, I mean, again, kind of two pieces here, but keeps you from losing it. So opening it up, go ahead and start just from the left side as you see it going over to the right. So first I have some like safety pins, definitely useful. Just threw them in there. You can use them with this triangle bandage we'll get into later. But you build your IFAK based off the different parts of trauma medicine. So very common one is March pause, which is going to be massive bleeding, airway, respiration, circulation, hypothermia, head injury. Once you get those covered kind of through that list, you're going to move into pause, which is the acronym, of course. It's going to be dealing pain, antibiotics, wounds, and splinting. So those are all kind of the minor things. After you get that patient at least stable, you can start giving them some antibiotics, looking at those secondary wounds that aren't life-threatening but still should be patched up, and yeah, just giving them any kind of pain medicine. So right here, I just have a little, like, I believe is like a ibuprofen bottle from the store. It just has some different medicines in here, nothing crazy, just like some little guys, ibuprofen, some aspirin, just all those different kinds of little little guys in there. Nothing too crazy, but can be useful just having it in here. Moving into center here, I have a wound packing gauze from North American Rescue. This is going to be used for extremities. You're not going to pack anything here in the center. It's going to be all arms, legs. This can be gunshot wounds, stab wounds. You're working with some equipment and something happens, you're going to pack it with this first. Then moving below that, have a compression bandage. And again, this can be used in different circumstances, but mostly this is going to be for arms, legs. You can pack it, toss sky on top, which is going to add that pressure, put that on there, wrap it around. So again, North American Rescue, just a little 4-inch guy. Definitely on the smaller side, but we'll do the job if need be. Kind of pair those two. Moving below that, I have some chest seals. You're going to want to have a set of these. You don't just want one. It's not going to do the job. Most likely, a lot of times those injuries to the chest are going to be entrance and exit wounds. So you need to seal that up so the lung doesn't collapse, which leading into that, if that does happen, that is why little needle D here that is inserted through the rib cage. Make sure you're getting air to that collapsed lung. Again, I'm not a medical professional here. Go ahead and go out and get some medical classes. Learn how to use the equipment you have. There's no point in having all this stuff if you don't know how to use it. So definitely, if you're going to purchase stuff like this, create a kit, you're going to want to go out and learn how to do it. YouTube videos are not going to suffice. Go out, find somebody who knows what they're doing and can show you how to do it. Next, I have a little nasal airway right here. So this is if you've got everything good, patient isn't breathing through their mouth, you can use this to get an airway going through the nose. I mean, a lot of things can happen. They can be freaking out, they can be choking on blood. That's going to help. So moving on from that, let's say you kind of got the person patched up. Next thing that is likely going to happen, which is that H in March pause, is the hypothermia. So when a patient loses a lot of blood, your body temperature is going to drop. And next thing, hypothermia, shock, really bad if you're already not doing too well. So I just have, these definitely aren't like heating blankets or anything, but I have a little survival blanket. It's going to keep that heat in. And then I have some little hand warmers here, which is just going to add some heat. You can put it armpits, groin, areas that are going to add heat pretty quickly to the body. So I have both those in here, really small, don't take up much space. I don't find a lot of people include these in their IFAKs, but I think it's pretty cool, like critical step in taking care of the patient. So moving on from there, little triangle bandage. This is just super universal. Can be used for a lot of different things. This kind of goes into like the splinting at the end. You can use this to, you're out, accident, break something, you're able to secure that. Yeah, these are just super universal. You can use it for adding more pressure onto something. It's got a couple safety pins in there, a couple more here if need be. You can use those and get all this going. So this isn't necessarily an exhaustive IFAK. This is pretty much bare bones. You can definitely do less than this. It's got a couple extra things, but again, I'll be going over, I have like a bag. It's a little bit bigger, more dedicated to a larger spectrum of injury. Really, this could treat maybe one person. I mean, only got one tourniquet. Usually you should have more on you than just that. This is just with this kit. I always keep one with it. But yeah, it's kind of bare bones for one person. And again, go out, get some training, find somebody who knows this kind of stuff. It's worth it, pay for a class, whatever. Because there's no point in having all this stuff. You go buy a bunch of these IFAKs and you don't know how to use them, I mean, it's pointless at that point. You're just going to be not really able to help in a circumstance. And as far as like preparedness, all that kind of stuff, people love going out, shooting, stocking up on all these different stuff. But really, I mean, something medical related is much more likely to happen than anything else. So definitely worth your time and money to get good medical supplies. Don't go on Amazon and buy the cheapest IFAK and think that's going to be okay. Get some reputable brands that have been used and proven useful. And yeah, definitely, I think medical car crash, car wrecks, things like that, kids, you just never know. So definitely recommend getting out, getting that medical training. And that's it for this video. Just kind of a short little video on my IFAK. If you want to see anything else, go ahead and drop it in the comments below. Like, share, of course, is going to help. Yeah,